actually in Illinois, but I'm flying back this morning to Texas, but I want to try to get some exercise in before I leave. So here I am, 5:30 in the morning to do yoga. Today is day 9 of a 30-day yoga Pilates challenge that I'm streaming on YouTube and TikTok. Um, Today's practice is a 10-minute morning yoga and Pilates focused on core strength. So this should be good. Before I get started, I am going to do a warm-up, which will be a handstand, a back bend, and a headstand. And since I'm short on time, rather than chit-chat with you, I am going to just jump right in. But let me find my yoga on my fitness app here to give myself credit. So you guys ready? Here we go. Actually, I'm going to skip the headstand. And the reason is because I just got my braids done yesterday and they're a little tight. And so it's a little bit uncomfortable when I put all my weight on my head. So let's just get started with the yoga.
Good morning. Thank you for joining me on day 9 of this 30-day Yoga Pilates challenge. Today we are working on our core, so a lot of abdominals and core strength. No props, you'll just notice again, I have my little foam mat just because we are doing a little bit of work that's like seated on the tailbone. So if you have something like this at home, this is a good class to use it, but otherwise no props required. And I'm starting just like this, kneeling. You can do this from a cross-legged position as well if you prefer. We're just gonna do like a seated variation of cat and cow to get into the spine and find that first connection to our abdominals. So we're going to interlace our hands, and I want you to push the knuckles forward as you round through your spine. So this little cat shape, keep the arms up. And then as you inhale, flip the palms and find that cow pose shape as you arch through your back and lift up. And we're just gonna go in and out of those two poses. So exhale, knuckles forward and round. Inhale, open up. And just keep going here. Really feeling this motion come from your center. Taking 2 more. Last cycle. And keeping the arms up from here, you can just release the index fingers and wrap one thumb over the other. We're just going to tilt side to side. So again, moving from the center and reaching over. And I am kind of pushing out into my outside hip when I'm doing this. So the hips are moving a little bit. Just think of growing taller from this motion. One more on each side. And let's release, finding our first little bit of abdominal strength. We're going to do some can-cans from classical Pilates, different variations of can-cans. So you want to be propped up onto your elbows, lifting your chest up, and then we're going to bring our knees into a tabletop stance. So I don't want your knees to be in towards your chest, really trying to keep that angle, and then draw the lower belly in and up. All we're going to do is flex the right heel, extend it forward, and return and alternate one leg to the other. So the lower you have that extended leg, the harder this is going to be on the lower abdominals. You can make this easier by just sticking to a high diagonal. And try not to slouch too much. Keep proud chest. And whenever I'm extending one leg, the other knee is stable and does not move. Keep trying to scoop those abs in and up. Last one. And now coming back through to center, we're going to roll over onto that right hip, keep that 90-degree angle, and now push into your left hip to come all the way back over to center, and then tilt over to the left. So I'm not swinging my legs, I'm pushing into that hip to lift up. Let's go all the way back over to the right. If you'd like to add on and challenge yourself further, you're going to do this with straight legs. So now we push into that left hip to lift the legs up and all the way over. Push into your right hip, squeeze the obliques. One more on each side. So over to the right, squeeze, and over to the left. Let's bend the knees, come all the way back through to center. And now this time, tilt over to the right a little bit and see if you can straighten both legs. Bring them back in. Roll over to the left and straighten like you're reaching for the top corner. Let's smooth this out a little bit. So it's just one big circular motion. And if straightening the legs is a little bit too much today, you can just keep the knees bent and find that circular rocking motion from side to side. Feeling it work. This is your last one. And all the way up and release. Grab a hold of the back of your thighs. Let's just do our half roll downs. So find a C curve through your spine, lengthen your arms, and then inhale, lift it up. And exhale, chin to chest, nose to navel. And inhale. Last one. And lifting up into our downward dog. I'm going to move this foam pad off to the side. Won't be needing it anymore. Palms flat to the floor, shoulder width distance apart, feet are hip width distance apart. Lift all the way up and back. Really stretch through the back of your legs. Lengthen out through your arms. Stretching out through the side of your waist. And we'll just get into our hips just for a moment here so that it's not all too abdominal intensive. Reach your right leg up to the sky and step that foot forward between your hands. Anjaneyasana, your low lunge. So lift yourself up, tailbone down, draw the lower abdominals in as you lift up. One more big breath and circle the hands, find your half splits stretching into the hamstrings. So straightening that right leg, maybe folding down. You can definitely have a bend through that right knee, does not need to be straight. And now let's bend into that knee, find your plank pose, hold this plank, and you're just going to alternate tapping the knees to the mat. So I want your hips to stay low, keep the back of your head up, and pull belly button to spine. Let's tap for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down to your belly. Find a little cobra pose. Keep the elbows bent and drawing in. Downward facing dog. Maybe reverse your push-up and lift the hips up and back. Let's extend our left leg up to the sky and step it through into our low lunge. Back knee comes down to the mat. Lift yourself up. Tailbone anchors down. Abdominals are engaged. Stretching out through those obliques. And circling the arms wide, stretching through the hamstrings. Straighten your left leg, maybe fold a little bit. It's first thing in the morning, so you really don't need to be going super deep into this one, just as long as there's a sensation through the back of that leg. And bending into the knee, find your plank pose. Same thing, we're doing those knee taps again. So one long line from the crown of your head, down the spine, and all the way down to your heels. Control this motion without holding your breath. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down all the way into your cobra pose. And we'll find our last downward facing dog. Stretching it out. Let's take a cleansing breath in this down dog. So you're going to inhale through your nose, big sigh out the mouth. Letting it go. And let's bring our knees down to the mat. We'll just thread the needle here before we close. So from tabletop pose, you can reach your right arm up to the sky. And then thread your right arm underneath you, shoulder and ear lower to the mat. I'm going to reach my left arm up overhead and lean a little bit more into your right hip so that you're not tilted all the way over. Trying to stretch through our upper back here. And sliding the left hand back, push into the floor, come all the way back up, re-extend that arm. See if you can twist a little bit easier, second time around. And over to the other side, left arm rises. Thread it through. This time my right arm straightens up overhead and I'm gonna push out a little bit more into my left hip. Slide that right hand back, push it into the mat, open twist. And let's release, come to take a seat. I'm gonna grab our affirmation of the day. Our intention today, I step back and see the bigger picture. So closing your eyes, I step back and see the bigger picture. Hands join at the front of the heart. We'll inhale to chant. Breathe in deeply here. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing this core strengthening practice. I hope you feel ready to begin your day. Another big milestone tomorrow as we head into day 10, so officially heading into 1/3 of the challenge. Keep up the amazing work. Leave me a comment down below before you go. Make sure to tag me if you're...
Alrighty. I gotta tell you, Pilates is a little more challenging than yoga, which is probably why 10 minutes is enough. Believe it or not, I'm a little sweaty. That was a lot. It was a good little workout. I appreciated it. Anyway, I'm gonna go jump on this treadmill before I call a Lyft to go to the airport. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. You guys have a